with us now. We will go ahead and get started. I see Kent Spencer. I don't know if you were expecting Coach or not, but we're ready for a question from you.
Well, I can go ahead. Hey, Sam, number one, just kind of how are you feeling, because you missed a few games there, and also this long layoff, does it almost feel like you guys are kind of resetting the season a little bit?
First off, I feel a lot better. That was one of the positives of the situation, of us getting shut down for a little bit. It allowed me and allowed my body and those of us that were banged up some extra time to kind of get healed up and then get with our trainer, Fred Hina, and to get better. So that was a positive situation. And then it does feel kind of weird. For me personally, I've only played a game and a half. It almost feels like I haven't played any games at all. And it almost feels like this game on Saturday is going to be the first game of the year for me. So it's a weird feeling. It feels a lot different, but I think we're all excited to get out there and play on Saturday.
Go next to Shannon and then Michael.
Hey, Samuel, when you were injured in the Seton Hall game and you hurt your toe, what actually happened? I didn't see you get hurt. I just know that you didn't come back in the game there in the second half after you went out.
Yeah, well, I went up for a dunk, and a guy came over, tried to take a charge. And so on the way down, I was kind of bracing myself, and I kind of put my arms down, and then I was falling, I was parallel with the floor. And then when I was falling, I kicked the floor really hard with my right foot. And it kind of took me a minute to kind of tell what was going on because my foot was just completely numb. And so we went straight into the media timeout, and everybody's telling me, shake it off, you'll be all right, just jammed your toe. And I was like, they're asking me if I was all right. And I was like, I need a second, let me wait till this numbness wears off. And so after the media timeout, I stood up to walk back onto the court to shoot my free throws. And I was like, yeah, something's not right. So Fred, our trainer, pulled me to the side and then looked at my toe, and it was pointing in the direction it shouldn't point. So I knew it wasn't good.
Take your mask off.
To Michael.
Hey, Sam, Michael McCammon, Cardinal Authority. Your absence allowed some of the younger guys to kind of get a few more minutes. What was your impression as you're sitting there on the sideline watching guys, like Dre and JJ perform?
Really not only my absence, Malik's absence, Charles, Josh. It's allowed a lot of guys to get some minutes early in the season, and I think that's only going to benefit us down the road. Last year, we had a pretty deep team, and a lot of our freshmen didn't really get that experience that early in the season. So, I think it's a great thing having, DeAndre and JJ and Gabe, those young guys, even guys that didn't play a whole lot last year, get some more, valuable experience at this point in the season. And to your question, DeAndre was all-tournament team, I believe, and ACC Freshman of the Year, and JJ, I've been really impressed with JJ as well, and I think the future is very bright for them this season and past this season too.
To Russ and then Jody.
Yeah, Samuel, how close to being at full strength do you think you are? Are you ready to play 35 minutes or whatever?
Absolutely, I'm ready to play. Like I said, that time off is giving my body some time to kind of get right. I wouldn't say, there's still a little bit of soreness in my toe, but it's nothing that I can't really play through. And when I get out there in the court, I won't even be thinking about it because, adrenaline will be going and stuff like that. So, I'm good. I'm good to go.
Jody.
Sam, it's Jody Dimling, Cardinal Authority. When you mentioned it a little bit in the first question, but you were out in the preseason, you missed time, and then you came back for a couple games, and then you had to stop, obviously, with the injury, and now this pause. How anxious are you now to get back out there? And I guess that goes a lot for the team as well, to get back out there and play against a good opponent Saturday, and then try to move this thing on and play as many games as you guys can.
I think we're very anxious to play this Saturday after this little 2-week layoff. One of the things that we talk about this season is adaptability and being able to adapt to schedule changes, cancellations, and all that type of stuff. All across the country, it's going to be a very unique season, and I think our ability to just kind of stay together and keep pushing through some of these tough times. If we get a canceled game or a postponement, I think it'll benefit us.
Take a couple more from Shannon and then Russ.
Gabe said you were one of the guys that really took him under your wing when he came to Louisville, and clearly he thought he was coming here to possibly redshirt, and now he's able to get into games. How do you think he's been adjusting so far, and what have the challenges been for him?
I think he's been adjusting pretty good. Initially me and Gabe were in the same lifting group, and we both really enjoy lifting. And that was kind of our first connection when he first got on campus, because he was pretty strong, not as strong as me, I will say that. And I always kind of give him a hard time about that. So I think that was our initial connection, just kind of pushing each other in the weight room to keep getting stronger and stuff like that. But I think Gabe's going to be a really good player. He's had some nice flashes in practice, and I think he just got to, stay the course and keep working hard and keep learning every day. He's going to be a good player.
To Russ.
Okay, Samuel, a two-part question, really. What have you seen of Wisconsin? And, of course, they've been traditionally very, very strong in the Kohl Center. But do you think with the fan situation this year, it kind of lessens the impact of the home court?
Absolutely. That goes for us in home games and on the road. Not having fans there definitely makes an impact. I mean, you've already seen that with some games across the conference. Guys losing home games that they rarely lose. But as far as Wisconsin, they're a really good team. Watch a lot of film on them. Real disciplined team. They take care of the ball. Tough, gritty team, and they play together. So I think we're all looking forward to this big opportunity on Saturday to go up to Madison and get a little bit of a statement win.
All right, Samuel, thank you for joining us. We'll pause for a moment.